I have been trying to figure out how to approach this for a little while. I'm still not entirely sure if I know how or if I'm completely ready to, but I kind of have to be ready to because there's stuff floating around on Twitter now, and I just want to acknowledge it, explain it, and explain myself and apologize. And it's gonna be very difficult. I back in November became acquainted with one of the one of the people in my server, my public Discord server, which I've now shut down. Um, they had followed my streams and joined my server, and my server is 16 plus because I'm a bit outlandish and I'm kind of unfiltered, so I made it 16 plus. This girl, who I will not name because she has not come forward, so I'm trying to respect her privacy. Um, this girl messaged me wanting to be friends, and she was really nice, and we were pretty much friends right away. And at one point, she asked if she could send me pictures of some outfits she put together because I'm very into character design. I like to be inspired by things. I'm very into like body positivity and like being happy with yourself. I'm very into that. And I said sure because it was nothing at the time. It was nothing. So she sent me those and I gave her positive feedback. And then she sent me thigh pics. And that should have been my cue to either, leave that conversation, correct that, say don't send stuff like that. But if you've been to my streams, if you've been in my Discord, if you know me, I like thighs. I'm really into hips and thighs. So my brain made the wrong decision, the very, very wrong decision of also positively like critiquing that and being like, yes, no, that looks really good. I like your thighs. Um, which was wrong, very wrong. I should have told her not to send anything like that. Um, I should have never encouraged it, but it happened. Later down the line, she sent more pictures of just herself, in like clothes that she liked, and I gave her more positive feedback. Now here's where stuff starts getting poopy, really fucking poopy. Is I saw her body type, and it was the exact body type that I was practicing at the time. And my stupid idiot brain asked her, I asked her if she would be willing to send me pictures of slightly more specific, slightly more showy, poses for reference. And what I asked was over the line of what was acceptable for someone her age. It wasn't nudity. It wasn't like revealing, but it wasn't something that should have been asked of someone her age, especially from someone my age. So she immediately said no, and that she wasn't comfortable with it. And I realized, fuck, I just asked something that I shouldn't have of someone her age. And I immediately apologized, and I told her it's okay, you don't have to do that. I'm sorry I made you uncomfortable. I would never want to make you uncomfortable. But then that happened two or three more times. It was a cycle. She would send me a picture, or we would talk about something, and I would ask her if she could show me a little bit more. And It was not okay of me. It was absolutely not okay of me, and it was never sexual. It was never manipulative or abusive. And if she ever said she was uncomfortable with something, I would immediately back off. It wasn't okay. Um, I then, at one point, showed her pictures of me, which is even more not okay. It was just like the same shit she was showing me for the most part. No nudity, nothing graphic, nothing sexual. Um, but it wasn't okay. She immediately voiced discomfort, and I immediately deleted them, and I felt terrible. I felt really fucking terrible. So, event. I sent her a wall of text at one point saying that I was sorry that I asked that stuff from her, that it was wrong of me, it was irresponsible of me. I should have never done any of that. I told her to delete all the pictures she's ever sent me. I never saved any of those, by the way. I felt dirty even thinking about it. I never saved any of those pictures. Um, I did reference some of them for artwork, but I never saved them. Um, but I sent her this wall of text saying what we were, the topic of our conversations, and the fact that we're sending pictures wasn't okay. And we had an agreement. And after that, we kind of just like sent like cute artwork back and forth. I'm into cute girls. She was into cute girls. We sent a lot of like cute girl artwork back and forth from like Twitter and other websites that we were on. Um, the worst it got was like partial nudity. It was never like the artwork. I mean, it was we never sent porn. We never sent like straight up like full on porn to each other. It was always just like risque. Um, but even that was pushing it. Um, but then I fell into a depression around December, and I had a severe lapse of judgment. My brain was absolutely gone, and it's no excuse for this. It's no excuse. But I had asked both my boyfriend and her for thigh pics, and she sent them, and then she later deleted them, saying that she was uncomfortable with it. And then she sent me a wall of text saying that she was uncomfortable with all of our conversations. She felt like she wasn't the right age for any of that. And I agreed. I apologized and I agreed. And I haven't heard from her since. There was no sexual uh like anything between us, pictures, vocal or otherwise. Um there was never anything abusive other than the fact that I abused her friendship. But what I did was wrong, very wrong. And it has, ever since she stopped talking to me, it has been eating me alive. And I've sent her apologies. Um, and I'm going to apologize now. If you're out there and you're seeing this, you know who you are. I'm sorry. I I'm sorry for, any of the inappropriate topics of our conversations. I'm sorry for asking anything of you that made you uncomfortable or giving you anything from me that was uncomfortable. And I'm sorry for ruining what could have been a friendship. I think that's what hits me the hardest, is the fact that I did something to make somebody so uncomfortable that they didn't want to talk to me anymore. I feel absolutely awful about it. And at this point, I, I have lost all of my friends. I have left every single cartoon project that I was a part of. I have no Discord servers left on my Discord. I've been kicked or willingly left all of them. I'm being kicked out of my house. And my art career is basically over because of this. And honestly, it's a fitting punishment. It really is. This is what I get. I did it to myself. Um, Speaking of which, please don't attack Eddsworld. I've I've seen and heard about people going at Eddsworld about because of me and Jamie. Um, please don't associate us with Eddsworld. If you're gonna be mad at anyone, please just be mad at me. The team is full of respectable, hardworking, innocent people who are just trying to live their lives and work on something cool. Please don't harass Eddsworld over something that I did and they didn't know about. They didn't know about Jamie until Rachel came forward, and they didn't know about me until probably like a couple days ago. And I left. I left Eddsworld. I quietly left Eddsworld, and I quietly left all the other projects I was a part of because I didn't want them to get that kind of treatment. So please don't do that to them. Be mad at me. Say whatever you want about me, but please leave those other people alone. Um, I'm sorry to anyone who's been affected by this. My 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 friends who are probably no longer my friends anymore. I'm sorry for betraying your trusts. I'm sorry for lying. And we've made fun of people for this type of shit in the past all the time. And I know I'm going to be the topic of that shit now. I know that's going to be me, and I don't blame you. I've been a part of those conversations, and I've now learned that there's no such thing as too soon for something like this. It's what I did was shitty, and any shit against me is, it's justified. Um, I at this point I have nothing left. Nothing. So, uh my plan is to take a break from the internet. I'm going to be taking a long hiatus. I'm going to try to figure my life out. Maybe get a therapist, some counseling, get my head figured out, and better myself. I'm just going to take all of my time going forward to better myself and be somebody who would never do what I did again. Because you guys have shown me so much kindness and support over the years, and I don't want any of that to go to waste. So, I'm sorry, and goodbye.